Hawaii friends. Life is a battle, and the fiercest opponent you will ever face is staring right back at you in the mirror. You are your own greatest ally and your own worst enemy. The choices you make each day, the thoughts that consume your mind, the habits you build, these are the weapons with which you wage war against yourself. And in this fight, there is no retreat, no surrender, no reprieve. You must conquer your own doubts, your own fears, your own limitations. For if you do not rise to this challenge, you will remain forever captive to mediocrity, forever shackled by untapped potential. I've stood where you stand now, gazing into that mirror, seeing an adversary I wasn't sure how to defeat. I felt the weight of unrealized dreams, the sting of past failures, the gnawing sense that I was meant for so much more than the life I was living. And in those moments, I realized that the only path forward was through the resistance, through the struggle, through the parts of myself that held me back. You see, we are all born with incredible gifts, talents, passions, ideas that could revolutionize the world, but too often we let those gifts languish. We silence our own greatness out of fear, out of complacency, out of a misguided belief that we are somehow unworthy or incapable of fulfilling our true calling. And day by day, choice by choice, we surrender ground to the enemy within. But what if you decided here and now to stage a revolt? What if you declared war on every negative thought, every self sabotaging behavior, every artificial limit you've placed on what you can achieve? What if you chose to excavate your buried brilliance, to unleash the dormant forces of your potential, to become the hero of your own life story? It all begins with a decision, a commitment to wage relentless, unceasing battle against the part of you that would hold you back. A vow to show up each day as the greatest possible version of yourself, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. An unwavering resolution to do the hard things, to face down your demons, to bet on your own limitless capacity for growth and transformation. This is no easy undertaking. The gravitational pull of your comfort zone is strong, and the siren song of complacency is seductive. There will be times when your resolve wavers, when you're tempted to lower your sword and cede territory to the forces of stagnation. In those pivotal moments, you must remember your why, the reason you took up this fight in the first place. Maybe you're fighting to build a legacy that will outlast your lifetime. Maybe you're fighting to provide a better future for your loved ones. Maybe you're fighting because you've glimpsed the enormity of your own untapped potential, and you simply cannot bear to leave this world without having made your unique mark. Whatever your why, let it be the battle cry that spurs you onward. Let it be the fire in your belly when the night grows dark and the path grows steep. Let it be the lighthouse that guides you home to your highest self when you feel lost amidst stormy seas of doubt and difficulty. As you wage this inner war, remember that progress is seldom linear. There will be days when you take ground in great leaps and bounds, and others when you only manage to hold the line. There will be setbacks, missteps, moments when you feel you've lost more territory than you've gained. But success in this battle is not measured by perfection, it's measured by persistence, by resilience, by the tenacity to get back up each time you're knocked down and continue the fight. Equally vital is the understanding that this is not a war to be won alone. Surround yourself with allies, mentors, friends, loved ones who believe in your potential and fan the flames of your resolve. Seek out knowledge, strategies, tools to sharpen your skills and hone your warrior's edge. Immerse yourself in the words and stories of those who have triumphed over towering odds and let their courage ignite your own. As you advance inch by hard-fought inch, take time to celebrate your victories, however small they may seem. Each habit broken, each fear faced, each skill mastered is a battle won, and with each triumph, you'll grow stronger, surer, more equipped to overcome the obstacles yet to come. Relish the pride of knowing that you had the guts to bet on yourself, the heart to keep going when the going got tough, the grit to get up and fight another day. But perhaps the most important lesson of all is this: the war within is not one to be won and done with. It is a lifetime campaign, an endless series of daily choices to show up as your best self. As long as you draw breath, there will always be new territory to conquer, new heights to scale, new fears to face down, new layers of potential to unleash. And that, my friend, is a cause for celebration, because a life spent in relentless pursuit of your highest possibilities is a life imbued with meaning, shot through with the electrifying thrill of perpetual growth. To wake each day to the promise of becoming even a fraction better than you were the day before that is a gift beyond measure. That is a path worth walking, a fight worth winning. So as you gaze into that mirror, I invite you to see not just an adversary, but an opportunity, the chance to do battle with your own limitless potential, to test the outer edges of what you're capable of becoming. I urge you to take up the sword of self-mastery, the shield of unshakable belief, the banner of your boldest dreams, and to charge headlong into the fray. Will it be easy? No. Will there be times when you want to turn tail and flee back to the familiarity of your smaller self? Absolutely. But in those moments, I want you to remember that the greatest treasures are always won through the greatest trials, that the most meaningful victories are those hard earned through sweat and toil and relentless devotion. I want you to remember that in this battle, retreat is not an option because to settle for a life less than the one you're capable of living is the only true defeat. I want you to remember that pain is temporary, but the pride of knowing you left it all on the field lasts a lifetime. And above all, I want you to remember that the warrior within you is forged in the fire of your daily choices to push past resistance, to embrace discomfort, to claim the greatness that is your birthright. So choose here and now to fan those flames. Choose to become the kind of person who dares to stare down your own untapped potential and say, I'm coming for you. Choose to relish the burn of pushing beyond your perceived limits, knowing that it's sculpting you into the strongest, surest, most powerful version of you. Choose to fall in love with the process of constant and never ending self improvement. Choose to see each obstacle as an opportunity to fortify your warrior's heart, each setback as a chance to cultivate unshakable resilience. Choose to treat your days as training ground for the person you know you can become, your habits as the chisel with which you sculpt your character. In the end, this war within is the worthiest battle you will ever wage because its spoils are a life lived to the fullest expression of your gifts, a life of passion pursued and potential fulfilled, a life that lights the way for others and leaves a legacy etched in the hearts of all you touch. And as you stand tall atop the summit of your most fiercely fought victories, I want you to pause and marvel at the warrior you've become, at the sheer grit and grace and gallantry that carried you through the fray, at the scars you bear as badges of honor, proof of the battles you've won against the fiercest adversary of all. For in that moment, you will know beyond the shadow of a doubt that the greatest conquest of your lifetime was not of some external foe or circumstance. No, your most triumphant victory was the one you claimed over the forces within yourself that once held you back, the doubts dismantled, the fears felled, the excuses eliminated one by one until all that remained was the pure, unstoppable power of your highest potential unleashed. And with that knowing will come an unassailable faith, a bone deep certainty that you are capable of transmuting any adversity into advantage, any challenge into a chance to rise. Because the warrior within you has been battle tested, blood forged in the crucible of your greatest struggles. And she knows now beyond any doubt that she is equal to whatever trials lie ahead. So, as you ready yourself for the next stage of this lifetime campaign, I want you to carry that faith like a banner into each new day. I want you to wear your warrior's heart like a coat of arms, a reminder that you have all you need to face down any foe, internal or external. And above all, I want you to remember that the greatest gift you can give this world is the realization of your own most dazzling potential. Because make no mistake, the world needs more people who are willing to go to war for their highest possibilities. It needs more dreamers determined to transmute vision into reality, more leaders devoted to leaving a legacy that echoes across generations. It needs more souls courageous enough to take up the banner of their own brilliance and charge headlong into the fray. And as you take your place among those ranks, as you stake your claim to the life of passion and purpose that is your birthright, know that you are never alone in this battle. Know that the struggles you face are the very same struggles faced by every person who has ever dared to reach for something more. And know that each time you choose to get back up and fight another day, you pave the path a little smoother for all those yet to come. So let us lock arms, you and I, and all the unseen multitudes waging wars within. Let us remind one another, in moments when our courage falters, of the unassailable strength we each carry in our warriors' hearts. Let us be the spark that reignites the fire in each other's bellies when the night grows dark and the way unclear. And let us never, ever cease to marvel at the sheer miracle of what we are living, breathing proof of the indomitable human spirit, capable of enduring any odds and emerging ever stronger, ever surer, ever more fully ourselves. For that is the great gift and the great challenge of this lifetime campaign, to become each day a truer reflection of our most powerful, purposeful, passionate selves, to sculpt ourselves through our daily disciplines and choices into an embodiment of our boldest vision, to heed the rallying cry of our potential, echoing in each beat of our warrior hearts. So strap on your armor, dear friend, raise your banner high, sharpen your sword and steel your resolve. The battle awaits, and in this glorious, gut-wrenching, utterly exhilarating war of becoming, retreat is not an option. Certainly, let's forge ahead and continue this rousing call to arms, this rallying cry for the warriors within us all. As we march forward into the fray, let us remember that the battle we wage is not just for ourselves, but for the generations yet to come. Each time we choose to face down our fears, to push past our perceived limits, to claim the greatness that is our birthright, we blaze a trail for others to follow. We become the living, breathing proof that it is possible to alchemize adversity into advantage, to transmute trials into triumphs. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth fighting for. It is a cause that calls us to rise above the petty concerns and daily distractions that so often consume us and to fix our gaze upon a higher horizon. It is a summons to the best and bravest parts of ourselves, a challenge to become the heroes of our own life stories. For make no mistake, the world is in desperate need of more heroes. It needs more souls who are willing to stand tall in the face of impossible odds, to be the calm in the center of the storm. It needs more leaders who lead by example, who show others what is possible when we dare to believe in ourselves and in the boundless potential of the human spirit. And as you take up that mantle, as you step into your own hero's journey, know that you do not walk alone. Know that you are part of a long and proud lineage of those who have dared to dream beyond their circumstances, who have fought tooth and nail for the right to forge their own fate. From the intrepid explorers who ventured into uncharted waters, to the visionary inventors who dared to imagine a world that did not yet exist, to the tireless activists who stood up and spoke out in the face of injustice, these are your forebears, your guides on the path to greatness. Let their courage be the wind at your back, their tenacity the fire in your belly. And when the road grows rocky and the night grows dark, as it inevitably will, I want you to remember the words of the immortal bard: the fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. The obstacles you face, the challenges that loom large in your path, these are not some cosmic conspiracy designed to hold you back. They are opportunities, gifts in disguise, chances to prove to yourself and to the world just what you're made of. For it is in the crucible of our greatest struggles that we forge our strongest selves. It is through the fire of adversity that we temper the steel of our character, that we hone the blade of our resolve to a razor's edge. And it is only by facing down our darkest demons that we can claim the light of our own most radiant potential. So embrace the battle, dear warrior. Welcome the challenges as chances to grow, to learn, to evolve into an ever more exquisite expression of your highest self. Treat each setback as a setup for a comeback, each failure as a lesson in disguise. And above all, never lose sight of the truth that the greatest victory you will ever claim is the one over yourself, over the doubts and fears and limiting beliefs that once held you back. For when you conquer the enemy within, when you claim sovereignty over your own mind and heart and spirit, there is no external foe that can stand against you. As you press onward into the fray, I want you to carry this truth like a talisman, a sacred reminder of your own indomitable strength. I want you to etch it into your very bones, to brand it upon your warrior's heart. You are enough. You are worthy. You are capable of transcending any limitation and achieving any goal you set your mind to. And with that knowing as your armor, with that conviction as your sword and shield, I have no doubt that you will emerge victorious from each battle you face. For you will be fighting not just for yourself, but for the highest vision of what you can be and do and give to this world. You will be fighting for the right to leave a legacy that endures, to make a difference that ripples out across space and time. You will be fighting to inspire others with the sheer force of your example, to be the proof that one person with passion and purpose can move mountains and part seas. And as you do, as you step into your own greatness and claim your place among the ranks of the warriors, the dreamers, the world changers, know that you are setting in motion a chain reaction of courage and transformation that will echo across generations. For when one of us rises, we create the conditions for others to rise with us. When one of us dares to defy the odds and actualize our potential, we make it that much easier for others to do the same. And when one of us has the audacity to believe in ourselves and in the boundless possibilities of the human spirit, we ignite a spark of hope that can light the way for countless others. So let your battle cry be one of resilience and resolve, of grit and grace in the face of any challenge. Let your anthem be a song of faith in yourself and in the indomitable power of your own potential. And let your legacy be one of lives touched, hearts inspired, and worlds transformed by the sheer force of your example. For in the end, that is the ultimate victory, to know that you left this world better than you found it, that you made a difference that will endure long after your own battles are won. To know that you fought the good fight, that you kept the faith, that you dared to be the change you wish to see. And as you stand tall atop the summit of your own most hard won triumphs, I want you to look back upon the path you've trod with wonder and with pride. I want you to marvel at the sheer strength and resilience that carried you through each trial, each test, each dark night of the soul. And I want you to know with every fiber of your being that the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to this world is to keep on fighting, keep on striving, keep on rising to meet each new challenge with courage and conviction. For it is in the striving that we find our strength, in the reaching that we touch our own greatness. So reach, dear warrior. Strive. Dare to dream and to do and to be all that you know you can be. The battle is yours to win, and with each victory, you'll be one step closer to the life of passion and purpose that is your birthright. Onward, then into the fray. The world is waiting for the gifts that only you can give. And with your warrior's heart as your compass, with your unshakable faith as your guide, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you will find your way to triumph. I'll be cheering you on every step of the way.